At the Masters tournament, momentum can change in an instant, and that's exactly what unfolded heading into the final round of the 2026 edition. What once looked like a commanding march to victory for Rory McIlroy has suddenly turned into a high-stakes battle, with unexpected voices and performances reshaping the narrative. One of those voices belongs to John Daly, never one to shy away from bold opinions. Despite McIlroy entering the weekend in a strong position, Daly made it clear he doesn't see the defending champion finishing the job this time around. Instead, he's backing Scottie Scheffler, a player who has been quietly building momentum and now looms as a serious contender. Daly's stance didn't come out of nowhere. Even earlier in the year, he had leaned toward Scheffler when comparing top performers, pointing to the American's consistency and ability to deliver on the biggest stages. That belief now feels more relevant than ever, especially after Scheffler's electrifying third round at Augusta. On Saturday, Scheffler delivered one of the standout performances of the tournament. He fired a stunning 7 under 65, highlighted by an eagle on the par 5 second hole and a flurry of birdies that kept the scoreboard ticking. What made the round even more impressive was its cleanliness: no bogeys, just controlled, aggressive golf. His accuracy off the tee and precision into greens backed up the scorecard, as he steadily climbed the leaderboard from well off the pace. By contrast, McIlroy's third round told a very different story. Entering the day with a comfortable 6-shot lead, he appeared to be in full control. But Augusta National is known for testing even the best under pressure, and McIlroy felt that weight. A 1 over 73 wasn't disastrous, but it was enough to tighten the leaderboard and inject uncertainty into what once seemed inevitable. Statistically, the gap between the two players on Saturday was striking. While Scheffler was finding fairways and attacking pins with confidence, McIlroy struggled with consistency. His driving accuracy dipped significantly, and missed opportunities began to pile up. By the end of the round, he had recorded multiple bogeys and failed to capitalize on scoring chances that had come more easily earlier in the tournament. Still, McIlroy's position at the top of the leaderboard, tied at 11 under, means he remains firmly in control of his destiny. He'll head into Sunday's final round in the final group, exactly where every player wants to be. But the cushion he once enjoyed is gone, replaced by mounting pressure from a chasing pack that suddenly believes. After his round, McIlroy acknowledged the challenge. He admitted he always expected Saturday to be difficult, especially given the quality of players behind him. He pointed specifically to the early charge from Scheffler and others, noting how their performances raised the intensity of the competition before he even teed off. One moment during the round perfectly captured the shifting dynamic. Standing over a tee shot on a par 3, McIlroy was forced to step away as roars echoed across the course, cheers triggered by Scheffler's birdie on a nearby hole. It was a reminder that the tournament was far from a solo run, it had become a battle. Despite the setback, McIlroy remained composed in his post-round comments. He expressed confidence in his position and emphasized the importance of regrouping. With one round left, his focus is on fine-tuning his game and embracing the opportunity to close out another major victory. Meanwhile, Scheffler's mindset heading into Sunday appears equally strong, albeit shaped by a different narrative. Unlike McIlroy, he's chasing rather than leading, a role that presents both opportunity and pressure. Historically, Scheffler's major victories have come when he held the lead after 54 holes. This time, he faces the challenge of coming from behind, something he hasn't yet accomplished on this stage, but if Saturday's performance is any indication, he's more than capable of rewriting that script. After his round, Scheffler kept his comments measured, focusing on execution rather than speculation. He made it clear that his goal is simple: put himself in position and finish the job. It's a straightforward approach, but one that reflects the discipline and mental toughness that have defined his rise in the game. However, it wasn't just his play that drew attention, it was also his interactions with the media. During his press conference, Scheffler showed flashes of frustration when faced with what he perceived as unhelpful questions. When asked to reflect on what his round could or should have been, he dismissed the question outright, calling it terrible, and moving on. The exchange offered a glimpse into the intensity of his focus. With so much on the line, Scheffler had little patience for hypotheticals. Instead, he preferred to discuss tangible aspects of his performance, such as his iron play and decision-making on the course. A lighter moment followed when he was asked about the color of the greens, a question that drew a sarcastic response. "Grass," he replied, prompting laughter in the room. While humorous, the moment underscored his mindset, fully locked in, slightly on edge, and unwilling to entertain distractions. That edge could prove crucial on Sunday. Chasing a leader like McIlroy requires not just skill, but resilience and belief. Scheffler's ability to channel his focus and maintain composure under pressure will be key if he hopes to complete the comeback. Beyond the duel between McIlroy and Scheffler, the broader context of the tournament adds another layer of intrigue. Augusta National has a long history of dramatic final rounds, where leads evaporate and unlikely heroes emerge. The course itself demands precision, patience, and nerve, qualities that will be tested to the limit. For McIlroy, the stakes are particularly high. As the defending champion, he's not just chasing another title, he's aiming to solidify his legacy and prove his ability to dominate on golf's biggest stage. Back-to-back victories at the Masters would place him in rare company and further cement his status among the game's greats. For Scheffler, the opportunity is equally significant. A win would not only validate Daly's confidence in him but also reinforce his position as one of the leading players of his generation. It would mark a new chapter in his career, one defined by versatility and the ability to win from any position. Daly's prediction, bold as it may seem, reflects a broader sentiment among some observers, that momentum heading into the final round can be just as important as position. Scheffler's surge on Saturday has given him that momentum, while McIlroy's stumble has introduced doubt. Yet golf, perhaps more than any other sport, resists simple narratives. A single round can change everything, and the final day at Augusta is known for delivering surprises. Whether it's a steady march to victory or a dramatic comeback, the outcome remains uncertain. As Sunday approaches, all eyes will be on the final group and the challengers lurking behind. Every shot, every putt, every decision will carry weight. The margin for error is razor thin, and the pressure is immense. In the end, the story of this Masters will be written not by predictions or statistics, but by performance when it matters most. McIlroy has the advantage, but Scheffler has the momentum. Daly has made his pick, but the course will have the final say, and at Augusta National, that final say is rarely predictable.